This is Crimson Blades, and today we're going to be checking out Castle of Alchemists. This is a game that was released on the 17th of May, so it's likely yesterday when this goes up. For those unfamiliar, this is a game that I've been keeping my eye out for. It's a tower defense-like game where you play for this massive mutant with tons of gear. There's almost like a steampunk modern look to it. Characters using both a mix of a huge hammer and ranged weapons, guns for the most part, as well as turrets and wall traps, etc., in order to hold back waves and waves of enemies. It is a very cool looking game, excellent music, graphics, so I wanted to showcase the game and I hope you'll enjoy checking it out with me. And there we have it. So this is a little bit of just an intro sequence, tutorial if you will, and I just checked it out a little bit beforehand in order to familiarize myself with what I'm doing so I don't look completely clueless. You'll notice at the bottom there's a bunch of skills available and there's a huge variety there. So checking it out, going from the first one would be launching a grenade. Blows up that way. The second one is a trap that you can place down just like so, and when someone runs upon it, it leaves a volley of shots at the enemy. One of the strongest abilities, I think, is the rocket launcher, which can be used once a wave, blasts the whole line through people, and what you're seeing at the end with E is sort of a healing serum, if you will. And you'll notice the red bar on the bottom left here is your health, and on the right is your stamina. So you got your gun that you can be blasting like so, and you can click tab to switch to your hammer, which has some combo moves, and we will see that in action in a bit. I do love the visuals, the sound effects, the music in-game. So the tutorial gives you a bit of a guide in terms of, you know, how to use these skills, and it's handy till you get familiar with the game. So how it works is essentially you start a wave by looking at the enemies that are going to be coming in. They'll all be listed on the right, and of course they show you the weaknesses and resistances because both your weapon and traps, etc., may deal different kinds of damage, and you can cater it to the kind of waves that are coming. And the enemies are having a clean path directed, like tower defense games, all the way to this exit route, and if they manage to reach it, you essentially lose a point. I believe the goal is not to allow 15 people to get through. Now, if you ever notice any unique buildings like this with a special statue and a hammer on it, it means you can build a unique defense. In this case, a ballista tower, but of course, as you can see the question marks, there's more unique defenses to be built. The rest of the time, bottom left, you notice these resources, you spend them on your traps. So for example, if I wanted to funnel enemies a certain direction, and I notice that my spike trap takes these 4, in case I'm worried enemies might avoid it, I can place a barricade right there. If I misplace the barricade, like over there, I could hold shift, sell it, get my resources back. The idea here though is if you put a bunch of barricades that completely blocks off the route, the enemies will break down those barricades. So let's just go with placing traps all along till we've maxed out, and let's go. Let's place down one of these traps. That's how the gunshots are. To take the damage there, let's go to the hammer. keep a careful eye on your health. It is possible to die in this one. I think the first time I was trying it out, it definitely happened. Okay, get them in a line. Oh, okay, that was terrible. I think it points the direction of your mouse. So I didn't expect that. There's another one down. Pushing them back. There you go. Of course, this is just the beginner level. It's before you really get into the game, but it gives you a sense of what you're achieving or getting yourself into, I guess. Alright, slowly start to unlock things for our character. Welcome back, Commander. Our group successfully secured the Iron Legion barracks at the Outer Rim and have established it as a small base of operations. You may find me in the War Room. Let me know when you're prepared and we can choose the next steps. Master Jurian at the Armamentarium would like to speak with you, Commander. It's recommended that you go and see what he needs. Hello, Commander. Glad to see you in one piece. I am Master Jurian, Headmaster responsible for the mutation cycle. We dedicated this chamber to your personalized needs for mutations, combat training and gears. Here you can review the details and select your mutations or combat training. You can equip your combat gear from here. There is a limit on how much weight you can carry. You can check your carrying capacity here. Alright. Oh, unfortunately we currently don't have anyone who can craft experimental gear for you. If you manage to rescue someone with the necessary skills, you'll be able to craft your own weapons and gear in this room. So it's obviously sort of a foreshadowing on what's to come. Commander, welcome to the War Room. I'm here to help you plan and prepare for attacks against the enemy. Here you can choose a level to begin a mission and view relevant information about it. For the moment, our access is limited to the entrance of the castle from the outer rims. As we advance, new areas will become available to us. Here, you can review your trap and equipment loadouts for the mission. However, as we currently do not have anyone to operate the workshop or craft the items, our options are limited. Our primary objective is to rescue Trapsmith Master Auslinen, as her expertise will allow us to construct more advanced defensive measures. So trap loadouts down here, telling you the cost and what it is equipped. Challenges. I'm guessing that you get more rewards for doing these challenges, dealing a certain amount of damage with melee, ranged. So we'll learn more and more as we go along. I just want to go back really fast to have a quick look at the Armamentarium. I actually do like that they kind of zoom in like that, kind of tell you almost like what you're looking at. As we're playing, we'll eventually get skill points which we can spend in ways to improve our character. And it's kind of cool that they're actually showing you the body part there. If you notice, it's changing in the character that is being enhanced with these. And it does things like at level 1 it increases your hit points, for example, or it allows you to regain health when you kill a bunch of enemies. And if you bring them to level 5, it does a even stronger version of that ability. On the other side, it looks like abilities that help with general skills not tied to your character necessarily. So damage of booby traps and clockwork damage of your weapons, etc. Then the armory is the other bit where it's kind of cool because it actually breaks down all of these specific items, and it looks like there's a dismantle option here. So I'm presuming as you play you might get these other weapons like they talked about, melee and range weapons, and sort of cater things to your playstyle. But enough about that, let's get to the next area and let's check it out. So much narrower passage, looks like they go in a straight line and up. I think this one is going to be a bit more of a straightforward, just pile on a bunch of traps here. Let's switch to the hammer again. I'd say it's pretty efficient. Let's place this down. Throw a grenade in there. I didn't do it the last time. Take advantage of our trap at least. Thought I had him. Another trap down. Oh, didn't mean to click that one. My bad. Threw a grenade in there. Using as much advantage as I can from my traps in the surrounding area. Throw a grenade in there. Oh, no. Grenade's radius is a lot shorter than I remembered. Let's heal up. I just noticed my health. So definitely getting some hits in as we're going along without me realizing. They're definitely landing some tricky shots on me. Okay, go a little bit nearer, throw a grenade in. Shots in, there we go. Nice. Cool. Not sure what the raid level is, but alright, let's have a look. Deathless, 10% more resources if you manage to survive. So, okay, interesting. More resources if you didn't allow enemies to pass, and this is a combination of the two. So it gives you more resources because this is a multi-wave attack. I'm actually thinking we should fully wall this area off so they are stuck fighting this area. In fact, we should maybe do that. We just need to make sure we don't go down, I suppose. Okay. Nope. Drop another one there. Getting close. Grenade. Switch. So let's use the... There we go. Finally landing it neatly. That is satisfying. More waves. Let's drop another one. Throw a grenade in there. So remember that it throws in the direction you are facing. And if there's a cooldown, it shows up as seconds there. That's a healing up. Let's drop another. Threw a grenade in there. Alright. I must say the gameplay itself, although it's a little bit familiar from a tower defense perspective, it is actually very satisfying to play. Music's great, artwork's great for this sort of a game. Managed to do the mission, deal 10,000 damage in melee weapon, actually 20,000, jeez. Interesting, so I may have been able to perhaps mix it up a little and get both of these. Master Trapsmith Uzlinin has been rescued. Commander, the workshop is now operational with the help of Master Uzlinin. She would like to speak with you regarding the creation of advanced traps for use on the field. As you clear more areas, we can find resources and plan to make new traps. Here you can choose which trap to add to your current loadout. We can only carry 8 traps at a time because of our limited movement in the castle. Most traps have a variant version. You can choose which version to use here. Some variants will have basic upgrades while others change the trap completely. Interesting. Alright, so there's variations to the traps. We just haven't unlocked them. Even the barricade, and this is a ceiling dart trap. Spawns explosions in the area. Alright, this is glowing right now. Armamentarium. Did you get a skill point? We did. Skill point 1. Let's invest in that ability earlier. So killing 3 enemies in 3 seconds, which we were doing quite a bit earlier, gives us 10% of HP back. I think this is a fairly solid one. You just have to hold the mouse first mouse button and it kind of selects those for you. Alright, let's do one more mission and we might just call it there. Okay, so let's see what this layout is going to look like. Okay, coming out from here, moving south. I'm going to assume right up here, and this is the open door. Let's see how the ceiling dart trap works. So let's maybe go with 3 of them. And let's barricade this whole thing. Force the fight in here. Okay, so we don't have money for spike traps, but hey, let's check out the ceiling dart trap. I mean, maybe it's effective. Yeah, you see that? Screaming green guy is basically me healing because of the adrenaline buff. There is a bit of a cooldown. Whoops. Heal up. Oh, that's alright. I almost died, so that's worth it. There's some range happening here. Whoa. Gotta be careful. Yeah, that's some healing. Gets a bit intense, man. Oh, almost went down. Oh. Oh no! Oh! Oh, thank God. Are we done? Oh, okay. Alright. I think that went well. Getting through. Throw bomb in there. Keep the range on them from here. Also, one of our objectives, remember, is to kill people with our main character. There's a bit of a reload with the gun, so you want to be careful with that. But the good thing is it doesn't take any stamina, it looks like. Alright, let's drop another one. Whoa, gotta be careful here. Drop that. Sometimes falling back might be not a bad idea. It was a grenade. A couple of crits in there. Alright, mission complete. Now, Apprentice Gilbert has been rescued. Apprentice Gilbert has been working on the armamentarium, Commander. He requests a meeting with you to discuss his progress. Greetings, Commander. I'm grateful for the rescue. I will be responsible for crafting experimental warfare that will aid you on the field of battle. Artifacts. Here you can choose which schematic to use as a base for crafting. Each schematic can produce various versions of the same item with different abilities. These are the base schematics. And so let's say we want to make the hammer, we hold craft. And yes, I'm assuming we need rarer items like these. Just realized here you can turn on and off certain things to try and get a higher quality item. Let's try that on the blast hammer and see if you get a rarer version. Blast hammer 4. Whoa, that's the... Okay, tier 4 blast hammer. Alright. I'm not complaining about that. So we could click dismantle. How do we do this? We just drop it there. There we go. Okay, so you just have to drag the item on top of the item you have, and you'll notice that there's a whole one here that you can dismantle. Same goes with the gun. This green gun. If I switch, I assume the guns are actually the same tier. Blunderbuss 1, Blunderbuss 1. Blast hammer 4 though. This is actually very cool that I got an tier 4 item pretty quickly. That was just luck, I guess. So overall, this was Castle of Alchemists. I'm not going to continue any further as of yet. I wanted to make this a first look video and also to give you a sense, if you haven't heard of this game, that you should definitely check it out yourself. It's extremely well done. I love the artwork, love the gameplay so far. It looks like there's going to be a ton of variability in terms of both how you develop your character, how you develop your traps. In fact, I'm popping by here because I just realized we also got another trap that slows down enemies, and there's going to be a lot of variability. I suspect a lot of replayability with this game, and so I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Hope you guys want to check it out yourself. If you have any further recommendations or suggestions of games you want me to check out, do let me know. Thank you so much for joining me. This is an excellent game by the Machiavelli team. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you have an awesome day.
You can count on my steel.